Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmine and this is the Nomadic Goddess. This is going to be a collective message for the sign of Taurus for January 3rd to January 10th. Now you don't have to be a Taurus, just a Taurus Sun. You can be a Taurus Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. I had one recorded for y'all, but I didn't like it. So I'm gonna just record another one. Alright, what messages do we have for the sign of Taurus for the week of January 3rd to the 10th? What messages do we have for Taurus? What messages do we have for the sign of Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. What messages do we have for Taurus? Oh, okay, I'll put those back. Turtle. Oh, dropped a card. Buffalo. Alright, one more. What messages do we have for Taurus? What messages do we have? Ooh. Gazelle. Oh, with butterfly at the bottom of the deck. Alright. What messages do we have for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, for the week of January 3rd to January 10th. What messages do we have for Taurus for the week of January 3rd to January 10th? What messages do we have for Taurus? What messages do we have for Taurus for the week of January 3rd to the 10th? What messages do we have for Taurus? Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and Mercury for the week of January 3rd to January 10th. Messages you have for Taurus. Purify. Sage. Purify. Not taking those. Oh, can't reach it. Elder ritual. Daylily, ephemeral. What message do we have? We have a flipper. Yep. Dandelion, humility. Yep, I like the flipper. That was my fault. Trout lily, patience. All right, what's drawing me in with the dragonfly card is the alchemical sign for water and the back of it, and it's blue. Whenever I see dragonfly, it is, whenever I see the dragonfly card, it represents mastering something. So because there is the alchemical sign of water in the background, you're mastering your emotions, or you need to master your emotions. I'm also hearing that when you master your emotions, you'll master your thoughts, because your thoughts are fueled by your emotions. And again, Capricorn and Virgo had the lizard card. So whenever I see lizard is fire. Whenever I see the lizard card, I think about a reptile shedding its skin. When a reptile has to shed its skin, sometimes, if you own a reptilian or a reptile animal, sometimes you have to soak that, soak them so the skin can be easily shed, because you don't want to pull it off because you can hurt them. So with the lizard card, I'm seeing that you guys need to allow yourself, which is basically the same that Virgo and Capricorn had. This is the same message that Virgo and Capricorn had. You have to allow yourself to feel those emotions that make you extremely uncomfortable, so you can shed them, so you can alchemize that emotion and turning into something that's for your highest good. With the fish card is water, but I also always think of Pisces when I see the fish card. And Pisces has two fish, one swimming backwards and one swimming forward. And from what I was taught about astrology, the fish that's swimming backwards is always focused on the past. And when I see this fish card, it's always that you are focusing too much on the past. Your thoughts are dwelling too much about what happened to you, who did something to you, and why they did it. Like who wronged you, who hurt you. Like you're focusing too much on that situation, and then you're replaying it over and over and over in your head, and it's causing you mental distress. The turtle card is one of my favorite cards because turtles are both water and earth elements, because they live most of their life, most of the beginning of their life in water when they're tadpoles. Sorry, that's frog. I don't know why I got frog energy out of that, but even so, turtles live mostly in water, but they can also live on land as well. So you want to balance your emotions. You can either go outside because you are an earth sign, you go outside and ground, take a walk to a park, or just sit at a riverbank or somewhere close to water. I feel like a lot of you like water, and when you go sit by water, you find clarity. I don't know why I was thinking about frog, but it could. With elder ritual, because in the animal spirit deck, frog means that you have to do a cleanse. So some of you may have to do a cleanse, like a spiritual bath. Get some Epsom salt, some sea salt, some pink Himalayan salt, with some lavender. I'm hearing lavender. A lot of you also may want to add calendula to it as well. Also, with the lizard card, going back to the lizard card, sorry, make sure you're not like overloading your senses. Like some of you may be in like a sensory overload, or you may be super sensitive to energies, and that's why you don't like big crowds of people. But with the turtle, going back to the turtle shell, the turtle travels with its home on its back. Like it basically lives in a shell, so the shell is its home. You guys need to start feeling at home within yourselves, but you won't do that until you shed some of your old emotions that are no longer serving you. Shedding old thoughts, old beliefs, old mental constructs that are holding you back. The buffalo card, I'm always drawn to the lightning at the buffalo card, because the lightning in this card always represents a download or messages coming in. Once you start feeling at home within yourselves, you'll be able to listen to yourself and listen to your higher self and your guides more. Like you guys get downloads, and it's like these random thoughts that come in, but you don't listen to them. So you need to, and it's only because you don't trust yourselves. Once you start trusting yourself and feeling at home within yourself, that's when you'll be able to listen clearly and actually listen to the downloads and hear them and be able to act on them and know when to act on them as well. Like I literally just got this song. I think it's Seal who sings it. Fly like an eagle. I think it's Seal who sings that. I'm not really sure. I have to look up the lyrics. When I find the song, I'll post it in the description box. With the gazelle card, every time I see like gazelles and like the discovery videos that I watch, because I'm a nerd and I love animals, they're always so graceful, so poised, and they're very, very instinctual. They know exactly when to leap. So going back to the buffalo card, it ties in. When you start feeling at home with yourself and being able to listen to the downloads that you get, you'll have this grace about you, where you can instinctually know what to do, how to do it, where to go, how to go. It's like you're walking home and you normally turn left at a certain corner, but something in you is telling you to turn right, and you don't turn right. You continue to the way that you go, and you end up falling into like, or you end up like something ends up happening that if you would have turned left or if you would have turned right, it wouldn't have happened. You would have avoided that accident or something like that. With the feelings are not facts card, I'm seeing a lot of you use your feelings, like when you're in an argument or when you're in a confrontation or conflict with someone, you use your feelings as facts. So because you're feeling some type of way, it is what it is. Like that's exactly why. Like it's like you stand on that, and like that's the mountain that you guys decide to quote unquote die on, or hill that you guys to quote unquote die on. And you have to get out of your emotional state, because sometimes your feelings are not facts. They're not factual. Like we can only perceive something through the lens of how hurt we are, or our own hurt. So because you guys keep playing these situations from the past, you're playing it back in your mind constantly. So when you interact with these people, it doesn't matter if they've grown, if they've healed, if they're better people, you see them exactly how they were when they hurt you, because you haven't let it go. You haven't resolved that issue. With the speak the fuck up card, you guys hold a lot of emotions in, which is not good. Like you pack them away in little boxes, and you push them into like the back of your heart. I call it the back of your closet, or the back of your mental closet. You pack them away because you don't want to deal with them. But you need to start speaking up, and you need to start being honest with yourself. Stop saying you're fine, and stop saying that something doesn't bother you, because it actually does. You're not healing or dealing with the issue when you say, no, I'm fine. You're lying to yourself. And you're trying to convince yourself that you are actually fine, when in cases you are not fine. You are hurt by what someone said, what someone did, someone else's actions, etc. Ancestral communication coming in with 333. You may be dreaming. When I saw this card, I was like, you guys are dreaming about loved ones who are no longer here, or even people you've never met before. And they're speaking to you in your dreams, and your dreams could be very, very vivid, very vivid. And those dreams are messages. Those dreams are your ancestors communicating with you, telling you, because I feel like a lot of you are dealing with family generational trauma that's been like passed down. And you're the person that's meant to alchemize all of that and heal that for not only yourself, but for your family as well. Do I really have to go into settling for mediocrity? This isn't pertaining to an individual that you're dealing with. This is pertaining to yourself. So you could be making, you could be making like 6 figures, but instead you want to work a dead-end job, or you want to work retail, and you could be doing something else because you don't feel like you're worth that much. So you settle, and then you complain because you settle. and then you get upset because you settled, and then you start building resentment, not only for your job, but for yourself because you settled, and you continue the cycle. With Casper, the scared ass ghost, I'm hearing about stop ghosting your dreams. Stop ghosting your aspirations. Stop ghosting your passions, what you love to do. You're literally ghosting yourself. You're ghosting your potential. Like, stop sleeping on your potential, because you guys have abundance of it. With the Take the Heart card, you guys need to get outside because you are depressed. You need to get some sunlight. You need to, well, there's not that much sun now, depending on where you are in the world, because it's winter time here in the States. But still, go take a hike, go sit in a park, go walk a park. Like, one of my favorite things to do when I'm in New York City is to walk the parks. Go and just sit there and just people watch, and just watch the animals, watch the dogs, play with people's dogs, stuff like that. It gets me out, but it also puts me in nature where I am able to ground myself and center myself. With sage, it's purifying and ritual. An elder ritual, you guys literally, yeah, that's why the frog card was popping up in my mind, because you guys need to take like a salt bath. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Like, you don't need to add like 1,001 herbs or 1,000,001 herbs. You could be Epsom salt, sea salt, and that's it. You can add some essential oils if you want to make it smell good, but it doesn't have to be like this big hoopla where you gotta rip flowers up and all that stuff. No, it could be something simple. With the daily ephemeral means that nothing lasts forever. Everything is short. So whatever you're going through, whatever mental agony or emotional agony that you're going through, it's only for you to alchemize it, to turn it into something, and to turn that energy into something that you can use. With the humility card, I'm seeing it goes with the gazelle, especially when it pertains to grace. You need to start giving yourself grace, and sometimes other people when they're deserving. But I also say, in my own philosophy, is everybody deserves grace to some level, or to some extent. Everybody deserves a level of grace, but mostly yourself. You need to start treating yourself like you're human, like you would treat other people. You give other people 1,001 tries, give yourself 1,001 tries, or 1,001 chances. Stop selling yourself short. And then we have Trout Lily, which is patience. You also need patience with yourself. You're not going to heal everything in 1 hour, in 1 minute, in 1 day. Healing takes time. Healing is not linear. Like, it's not a one and done thing. It's a cycle. It's a circle. It's a spiral. It's like an ongoing, never-ending thing. And I don't mean that in a sense where you'll always feel this trigger and you'll always be massively triggered by it. No, what I mean is that once you reach a certain level of healing, your triggers won't trigger you no more. And then after that, you'll just gain a deeper understanding of your trauma, of your wounds, of your hurts, of your pains, and you'll be able to understand it and understand it in a different perspective. Like, your perspective of your trauma will constantly be elevating. All right, Taurus, that is your reading. And thank you for joining me. Like, share, subscribe if you want. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.